Hello and welcome to episode 30? 31? Welcome to the latest episode of A Muggle's Perspective. I'm Rogge. I am here with Braden. Braden, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be joined by a guest, a first-time, long-time here at A Muggle's Perspective, someone that's been involved in our lives for longer than the podcast has. I'm happy to introduce my mom, Gail Merriman.
Hi. Are you going to put the applause on now, Jeremy? That would be wonderful.
Yeah, we need the applause.
Rogge knows I love that because, I was a theater major, so I'm always looking for that. Hi, you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're happy
excited
to have
that
you
you're here.
Yeah, it should be fun. I thought we'd start with sort of a little interview with Mom. So much like when Joseph came on about a book ago, Mom, would you say that you are actively listening to the podcast?
No, I would say I am not, son. Half the time I can't figure out how to. And then the other half, I really don't know Harry Potter very well.
Right.
And so I don't know what's going on.
So, but half the time you do figure out how to?
Half would be generous.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Okay. So Mom's on here for other reasons. She likes the idea of supporting the podcast, so she's been patronizing us.
I've been putting my bucks in, and so I get my time on the air. Mm-hmm.
For, just general mom convos, kind of a mom's corner.
Exactly. Everybody's been waiting for this. Yeah. I know.
So we always do a little bit of an introduction of a guest. So we've got a couple of questions that we ask you. Do you remember what they are, Braden? Name, location,
house,
Hogwarts house. Yep. How you got into Harry Potter, how you found out about the podcast.
Ooh. Do you feel these questions pertain to me?
I mean, I feel that they pertain to you in that you are a guest on the podcast.
Okay. All right.
We have to be fair. Every guest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fire away.
Fair and balanced. Name.
Gail Rogge Merriman.
Location.
At this moment?
Where are you from? Where's your place? Where do you live?
I live in Winona Lake, Indiana. But my home was originally Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Been there.
Mm-hmm.
Occupation?
Well, that's a good question. I do several things. I work at a funeral home. And
creepy drop?
Creepy.
That's one of the blue ones, I think. There you go. Funeral home.
Yep, that's how it is every day at the funeral home right there in Milford, Indiana. I'm the office manager. I also sell monuments, headstones, which I bet there are some of those in Harry Potter, so I can relate in that way.
No spoilers.
Oh, okay. And then I also I am a licensed life insurance agent. And I sell pre-need insurance in fact, that's why I'm here today, for any of you out there who'd like to plan your funeral and pre-fund it.
Planning fine, but write the check.
Yeah, exactly. And the planning's okay, but the money's better. Okay. That's what I do overall.
Hogwarts house? So let's interpret this question as, can you name a Hogwarts house?
Wait, give me a second. There's the bad one.
Yep.
And it's called.
Right.
What's the first letter?
Snake. Think snake.
Yeah. Reptile.
Yep. It's Snreptile.
Reptilian. The House of Reptilian.
Yep. Good. So would you say you're a reptilian? That's your house?
No. I'm Mom. Moms don't go into that house. Moms are in the good house.
So what's the good house?
The good house is where Harry got to go.
Mom racking her brain for a Harry Potter character name.
What's it start with?
What's his name?
What letter does the good house start with?
It starts with a G. Yep.
No, I don't know. Great. GR? Great.
Yeah. Keep going.
Great.
This is the whole podcast.
Braden. No, that's his name.
It's just Braden with a G.
That is my alter ego.
Is that your author, Braden? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great house.
I'm a life insurance salesman. In life.
I know what pre-needs are.
Yeah. Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Oh. Bang! Yeah. Bang! Bang!
Better be.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I did read the first book many, many, many years ago.
So you're Gryffindor, and that means that, like, what characteristics make you a Gryffindor? You're Gryffindor because you are...
Because I'm bird-like.
Nice, yeah.
I saw Gryffindors. Have you ever seen a Gryffindor? A live Gryffindor.
Describe a live Gryffindor to me.
Well, you know I got to go hike northern Spain with your Aunt Maurice.
Yep.
And we were up on that Castilian plateau in northern Spain, and these huge, huge birds were flying over, and our guide told us that those were Gryffindors.
Did he say that in English or Spanish?
Spanish. Well, yes.
Can you repeat what you just said in Spanish?
I said, oye, ¿cuál es este pájaro tan grande? Y él dice, bueno, es un Gryffindor. Eso se llama Gryffindor. And I said, oh, I think that's from Harry Potter.
Man, I have no idea what's going on, but that sounds incredible.
It was, Braden. This is no lie. I was up there in northern Spain, and there is a huge bird.
So Gryffindor is not a made-up thing. It's an actual bird.
It's true, Rogge.
It's maybe the name of a bird in Spanish. Do we have a fact checker here?
No, it is not. I don't think it's a Spanish word.
It's not an English word. It's a name in Harry Potter. There's a griffin.
Maybe it was a griffin.
A griffin is like a mythical creature, right?
Legendary creature with the body, tail, and back of a lion.
And the head of an eagle. Yeah, that's a regular griffin.
Okay, Jeremy's checking.
Jeremy's not checking. He's just making fun of us with audio.
I think there's some... I swear to you, when we were up there and saw those huge birds.
Yeah, I know what a griffin is. Probably said it was a griffin.
The bird, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, a griffin is like a mythical bird. It's like half eagle, half lion.
But this bird was not half lion. It was all bird.
I'm saying the derivation.
Can you be sure?
The derivation of the word that you heard maybe came from.
Oh, okay. That. I'm with you.
And so that's why the word in Spanish sounded a lot like the word Gryffindor.
Just as long as you know I'm not losing it, because sometimes Rogge thinks I'm losing it, but I'm not losing it.
Mom,
I believe you.
What can you tell me about Carson Edwards?
He played in the game last night. Mm-hmm. He played for Virginia. No, he played for Purdue. I'm sorry. He played for Purdue, and he is probably going to be drafted in the NBA draft in June. He's going to be super good. Threes.
Yes.
Shooting threes, 3-pointers.
So many.
And he made like 40 points. Well, he made altogether, I think he made 43 points last night, maybe. And then a bunch of them were from threes.
Yes.
He was incredible. But he's not like that Kyle Guy that they talk about on the podcast.
No. Wow.
Yeah.
We're way in the weeds now, and I love it. You're welcome, Mitchell. And who else? Bo. Shout out, Bo.
Anyway, I learned a lot last night watching basketball with Rogge, and I'm going to learn a lot today here in the brain center of the Muggles Perspective podcast.
Good segue. I thought we would do a little bit of Braden, just sort of like a Braden interview. We get a lot of me talking here on the pod. So let's have Braden's going to ask Mom some questions just about raising a Harry Potter fanatic, what she remembers of my Harry Potter childhood.
Okay.
And then we'll get you out of here.
All righty.
Okay. So a lot of people who listen to this podcast know Rogge, but there are also a lot of people who don't. So can you just talk briefly about what it was like to raise an individual such as Rogge?
Just in general, not even Harry Potter specific?
Yeah, well, I kind of want to get general to start out with, to get it.
Of course.
And then we can, dial it down more to Harry Potter.
Right.
But
I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Braden. Now, that's my favorite saying. Braden, it was different. I can say that. Rogge was an intense child, always been intense about everything that he did. He would intensely, when he was real little, like 2 or 3 years old, intensely run back and forth in the upstairs hallway. And we would tell him, you don't have to run, Rogge. And his dad and I would look at each other and go, why is he running? We don't know. I mean, just to go to the bathroom or, he'd run at top speed.
Still do that.
But with intensity. And we never quite understood that. We tried to tell him, but he climbed a lot. He climbed up and he loved to dig holes. He would take the shovel and he dug big holes in the backyard. And
so he ran a lot.
He did. He ran.
He dug a lot. He climbed a lot.
Yes.
He sounds very dog-like.
Yes, and his affinity to dogs. I mean, Rogge,
it's all coming
dog,
together.
Yeah, it all blends together. He also really, really liked people to follow the rules. He liked to sort of tell people what to do or sort of be the monitor or the policeman in situations. And when people weren't following the rules, he'd get a little upset. So he likes people to stay on track.
I could see that.
Can you see that? Yeah. Does he do that with you, Braden? Does he like?
In some ways, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast is run with military precision.
Yeah, he's got a vision for how each episode goes, and when it doesn't, he lets me know.
Except, for example, you may remember, Braden, how the group from church, from Rock Point Church, always met at Culver's on weekly on Sundays, like always on Sunday, right? And Rogge was insistent that they do that, even if, say, there was a hurricane coming or anything like that. I mean, Rogge was there. Once Rogge was the only person there, but he went. And he lorded that over people that, the rest of the weaklings did not make it to Culver's, but he did. Do you recall that incident?
That may have been before I was inducted into the Culver's group, but
you ask your wife. Mm-hmm.
That's not hard to believe. Yeah, I bet Hannah.
She'll know.
Hannah recalls. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's good. That's a nutshell of Rogge.
Right, and it does lead into then his discovering of Harry Potter, in the series, and he so intensely had to read the books, and you couldn't bother him when he was reading them. You couldn't speak to him. You couldn't even. I don't even know when he used the restroom.
You're just making things up now.
No, I'm not. Funny. That is exactly. Oh, he always says that. I'm not making this up. You would remember the time that you were reading one of the books in a car at your cousin's wedding?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you wouldn't come, participate in the festivities or sit with the family or come out and you locked yourselves in a car out in the field where the cars were parked. To read the next book.
That was the day Deathly Hallows came out. What did you expect me to do?
I was mad. I came out there several times to try to get you out of the car, and you would not.
I have no regrets about that.
You locked the doors on your mother, and your little brother was in there with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't let him out either. What else, Braden, would you like to know about?
Well, okay, so you said that you are not as familiar with the series, didn't quite get into it like Rogge did. So,
correct.
So how did that look then as Rogge grew up, kind of became, I mean, not kind of, but became a huge fan of this stuff, obviously a big part of his life. How did your thoughts, I guess, evolve around Harry Potter? Like, did you like that he was reading them? Did you ever get curious about it? What do you think about it now?
Sure. Good question. I did read the first couple of books. I don't really remember them, but I did read them. But we always supported Rogge in his love of Harry Potter. We always supported it. I remember getting big posters that his dad framed for him, great big huge posters that we surprised him with. I think they were already up on the wall, maybe even. We surprised him. I think he cried with joy when he saw those. So we always thought it was great that he was reading so it did. And then, of course, we took him when he graduated high school. His present was to go to the practically opening a week later of Harry Potter Land. What do we call it? Harry Potter Land?
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's right. We took him to that. He and some guys. That was the ultimate experience for him. What other Harry Potter experiences?
Equus.
Oh, yes. You haven't talked about that on here yet. I hope I'm not repeating a story, but, we took the boys to New York City, and this was big for us. We loved New York City, and of course we loved theater, and we went, and Daniel Radcliffe was starring in a play called Equus on Broadway. And I said, no, you're not going to go see it, because I'd seen Equus twice, in fact, and there's nudity in Equus. And these boys were young.
No, I was a sophomore in high school.
They were too young for nudity. And I said, no. And my older sister Maurice was with us, and she's standing at the ticket booth, and she goes, oh, come on, let them. This is Maurice, who's super conservative. And she said, oh, come on, let them see it. It's okay. And she buys their tickets. And I go, I don't approve of this.
Wow.
Yeah. So Rogge and Jacob went by themselves. We went across the street to a sweet, popular musical, and they went across the street on the other side to Equus, a dark, psychological tragedy where horses get their eyes gouged out.
Top 5 weirdest thing I've ever seen.
So weird. And the two leads, the young leads, about their age, take their clothes off on stage. And they went to that show, and they were way up in the balcony, but I'm sure they didn't miss anything. So after the show, they went running down. You've heard this story. They went running down and waited outside the stage door to see if they could talk to any of the actors. And they waited, and they got to speak with Daniel Radcliffe. I'm sure you've told that story, haven't you?
No, I don't think he has. I did not know that.
Are you lying to me?
You've met Daniel Radcliffe, Rogge?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like a great story, too.
This is real.
I did not know this.
They waited outside. There were a bunch of people, sort of, but they got right up. They went down so quickly that they got right up, next to the rope, separating them from when the actors came out, and waited, and finally the actors came out. And Rogge, I'm sure you can tell it better than I. But
well, so there were 2 Harry Potter actors in Equus, actually, Dan Radcliffe, but also Richard Griffiths.
Oh, right,
who played Uncle Vernon. He and Dan were basically the 2 leads in Equus.
Right, he played the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came out sort of in the middle of the actors, and then the last one was Dan. And so we got Richard Griffiths, we got, a couple playbills signed, one of each with their names, and we had them sign one together. And we were the very last. We were not only in the front, but also the back corner. So like as close as you could be to the car that Dan was going to get into, like the armored SUV or whatever. So he took just slightly longer signing hours to talk to us than he would of anyone else, because we're like the last people that he's going to have to talk to before he gets in. So he's signing mine, and he asks what we thought of the show, and we were like, oh, it was great. It was, we really liked it.
He asked about your seats.
We didn't really care.
Didn't he?
And
yes. Did you have good seats? Could you see?
Yeah, he asked. And then we were like, oh, yeah, we were in the very back. But, it was still good. And so then he's like, oh, okay, you're in the back. And then he goes to Jacob, and he starts signing his and says, oh, well, could you hear all right? And so what do you think I just said, Braden?
I feel like you were probably pretty honest.
No. What was your interpretation of that? What question did I just ask that he asked? Could you hear all right?
You understood what Rogge said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I asking?
Could you hear all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Right. But yeah. Jacob did not understand his accent.
No. And Jacob was like frozen in shock anyway.
Jacob, yeah, right. You're reading Dan Radcliffe, and Jacob's just like so excited or whatever. And so he basically heard just like Jacob just didn't. And so Jacob is like making eye contact with Harry Potter.
What?
And there's just it's like 4 seconds of just
silence.
Staring. This is like
I love you, Daniel.
Like 14-year-old Jacob.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so I just lean to my left, just lean over halfway in front of Jacob, and I'm like, yeah, we could hear fine. It was good. And Dan's like, oh, okay, great. And then just goes and sits down, and Jacob just looks at me and puts his head on his hands, is like, What just happened?
Oh, yes. And then we come over and we get the boys. Right after that happened, I think, we come out of our show and we're walking down the sidewalk in New York and they're telling us about it. But then Jacob sort of tugs on my sleeve and whispers, says, Mom, it wasn't only him that was naked.
Oh, I've never heard this.
You never? Oh, he looked at me like, the girl was naked too. And I said, I know, Jacob. It's like, Jacob was sharing that with me. That, yeah, he just saw a naked girl.
Wow, Jacob, come on the pod and defend yourself against these allegations.
Please.
That's exactly what happened. Mom, it wasn't just him that was naked.
Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong. Can we call Jacob right now?
Wow. This has gone so much farther than I meant for it to, and I love it.
I'm sorry, Braden. I don't really know my role here, so I'm just
you're hitting it on the head. It's perfect.
I'm free-forming, I'm just like kind of...
Codswall up.
No, that's great. This will be a really nice change of pace.
I am...
Braden's like, wow, normally the podcast is so boring.
No, but like
this is interesting.
Normally we have like a routine. We talk a little bit about sports, and I'm sure people skip through that, and then we go straight into the chapters. And this is like something we've never really done before. Like,
I'm in shock that you'd never heard that they saw Equus and they met Daniel Radcliffe. I figured that was like...
I was just saving it.
Everybody knew that.
Okay. That's great. Yeah, I did not know that.
Wow.
Wow. Here we go.
Hello?
He's there.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey, what's up?
Well, you're on A Muggle's Perspective right now.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, hi.
Mom is too.
Hey, sweetie. This is Braden.
What's up, boss?
How have you been, man? This is exactly how I envisioned us hanging out again, is over a Harry Potter podcast.
Yeah, man.
With your mom. With Mom.
Yeah.
I'm out in Chicago with my buddy Peter right now from church. Yeah, everything's great. How are you?
We're good.
Dude, we're good. We've been kind of learning about Rogge's childhood and therefore some of yours as well. And there's been some interesting things come out, and we wanted to get you on to be able to defend yourself and not just sit here and not give you the chance to weigh in on something. So Gail, can you briefly kind of go back through what we've covered as it relates to Jacob?
Well, of course, and he knows it happened. I mean, so after the actors came out, after when you saw Equus and you had, that little faux pas and you couldn't understand. Yeah, Rogge's already explained all that, so everybody already knows that.
If you have anything to say about that, please do.
Was it true that you, after when Rogge had to lean over and interpret for you and answer for you, that you put your hands on your head and said, "What just happened"? That's what Rogge says.
That could have happened metaphorically.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very possible.
It was more like, what did he just say? Or like,
I bet that was it.
Or
that was it.
What did he say? Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Did you hear all right?
No, to me it was like, Detroit.
That became, that's what Eric proceeded to say for the next 10 years. When we went back, we told Eric this story, and Eric just roasted Jacob every time it came up, just Detroit.
So he actually just said Detroit. He asked you if you were from Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
And then is there anything else memorable that maybe just from your perspective of meeting Daniel Radcliffe that you'd like to add?
I think the circumstances that were right before it just happened, randomly meeting him after I'd seen him completely naked and seen him be sexual with a horse. That's a weird transition into meeting one of your favorite actors.
I never wanted you to see that, Jacob.
You approved. You let it happen.
It was your Aunt Maurice. I couldn't stop her.
Yeah, it sounds more like a power move by Aunt Maurice.
Yeah, she succeeded.
Do you have regrets?
No, it's a great story, and it's cool that we got to see him in a play.
So then, Mom claims that from my recollection, we walked from there to Cold Stone Creamery and had Cold Stone for the first time in our lives. Do you remember this?
Really?
Wow.
No.
Okay.
A lot of firsts that night.
I do
for you
remember
guys.
that.
Yeah.
Some
a whole lot
good,
of
some bad.
But Mom has a specific recollection of you like tugging on her sleeve and like whispering to her. And I've never heard this before. Do you remember that?
Whispering what?
We were walking down the street after you guys met. We were leaving the play, and you and I are walking beside each other, and you tug on my sleeve, and you go, "Mom, it wasn't just him that was naked." You remember that? Well,
No, but it sounds about right.
You're asking Jacob. Rookie, Jacob doesn't remember anything. You know
You
that.
can tell me anything happened that night, and I would believe you.
Well, that happened because I was mortified.
Is it
Like I was freaking out that I saw a girl naked.
I was just sad that that had happened and that you'd seen a naked girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird way to encounter it.
Yeah, and you were shocked. I know you were like, oh, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah. Wild night for sure.
Do you remember that Dan Radcliffe was wearing a hat?
When he came out
Yeah.
to greet us?
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
do,
do
yeah.
you remember why?
No.
It's because he was like 5'7". He
Oh,
was
to make
so
himself look
short.
younger?
Yeah. I remember that being what we talked about for the next 2 days. Is like Dan Radcliffe came up to like my chest.
I do remember that.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
He's like, you're picturing a guy that's short. You need to go way shorter. He was so short.
And it doesn't really come across in the movies. I feel
Exactly.
like.
He doesn't look that different to Rupert Grint.
Yeah, that was the most, besides the nakedness, the naked girl, that was the most surprising thing of that night.
Do you remember during the play when the first act ends and he is supposed to be like mounting one of the horses?
Yeah.
And okay, mounting regularly, Jess. Don't look at me like that. He's supposed to be
So
mounting the
like
horse.
a mini trampoline for him to like jump up there.
Well, it's a
That'd be squeaky.
it's a guy wearing a giant metal horse head, and he puts his feet in like stirrups that like lift him up like Peter Pan style. Like
Is he
they're on
clothed at
cables.
this point?
Yeah, he's clothed.
Okay.
The guy
It's the
in
horse.
the horse guy has pants on. I don't think he has a shirt on though.
Okay.
But the
There were
stirrups
also
were
girl
like
horses.
broken. Were there girl horses?
I think there might have been.
I just remember guy horses. Well, I mean, I guess
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
maybe they were in like bodysuits. But do you remember that there
yeah.
was like a technical malfunction where like he couldn't get his feet out of those like metal stirrups that they were in, and he was just
I
like
think I
stuck
do
up on top
remember.
of that guy?
And they had to someone had to come help him.
Yeah, it was because when we saw the show, it was still in pre-production, or they were in their run.
Oh, I didn't remember that
Mm-hmm.
story. Oh, wow.
Also,
Yeah.
it was like 9/11, I think, that day. But it
No,
was the
Dad was in
anniversary
New
of
York.
9/11.
Oh, the anniversary, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dad
Like, that seems like
your
an
dad was
important
there
thing
a
that got left
month
out.
after it happened. But yeah, I guess
right.
because
Because we didn't leave our hotel room because there were like, we were right downtown and there were big parades and like the president was there and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob, thank you for that. While we have you, can you tell
Yeah,
us
of course.
what house you're in and why?
Ooh. I think on like all the tests and quizzes I've got, I think I've gotten Gryffindor.
Questionable. Questionable.
Questionable that I'm in that or that I got those results.
Oh no, I mean, like if I was just to put you in a house, I guess I could see you in Gryffindor. It would be between Gryffindor and Slytherin for me.
Slytherin?
you'd put your little brother in there.
Earlier we
I
had
think
Mom.
I have that negativity, like evilness towards people.
No, it's not. That's not
Or
what
selfish.
the defining characteristics of Slytherin house are like. Resourcefulness, cunningness, a like thirst for power.
Your little brother doesn't have a cunning bone in his body.
That's a fact. What are examples of like not horrible people in Slytherin?
Snape. He's like a professor, you know.
Okay. What about students?
I mean, Crabbe and Goyle are just impressionable. They're not like inherently evil, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
There's probably other Slytherins we don't see in the narrative.
You'd be over with your mom in Gryffindor.
Eric is a self-professed Slytherin.
You're a Gryffindor?
Yeah, I'm Gryffindor because I remember
right.
that
It's
word.
just the only house she could remember.
That's fair. Good answer.
That's like a very Gryffindor trait, is to only remember that Gryffindors exist.
Yeah, I would put Mom in like Hufflepuff.
Yeah, mom's definitely a Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
Mom and Hannah and Ian Line.
and you guys are.
Yeah. What are the characteristics of Hufflepuff?
Braden, what are Hufflepuffs?
Is that the really smart house?
No.
Ravenclaw.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, that's all I got.
It's the ones that aren't the other ones.
Yeah, I mean
Nice.
that's like the
It's
most
sort of like
forgettable
a-
house, I think, isn't it?
The
It's
nicest,
kind
you
of
mean?
like a hodgepodge a little bit, but I kind of relate them to like just really caring, like not self-centered,
See,
yeah.
that's why he's my favorite.
friendly,
Loyalty is a big trait of Hufflepuff.
loyal.
I was gonna say loyalty. Dang it.
Nice.
Hardworking. But
I think you're right.
Hufflepuffs are also kind of the house. If you don't like really strongly identify with any of the other ones, you don't think of your bravery or intelligence or racism as your defining traits,
racism.
then you'll get put in Hufflepuff. Like you can still be smart and be in Hufflepuff. It's just that's not like who you would self-define as.
Right.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. I'm switching.
Yeah. But I would say Gryffindor for me.
Yes,
that's
for
fair.
Jacob. He was president of student council.
True.
A Gryffindor would be the most likely if you were like, Jacob, go like jump off of that ledge, and Jacob's like, okay, and just goes and does it, and then like kind of twists his ankle but is like laughing about it. That's Jacob, and that's what a Gryffindor would do. Hey,
So true.
Eric being like, Jacob, get like a really weird haircut.
Is that like when you jumped on Jacob and broke his wrist and laughed?
Okay, that's because
It
we were
is
playing tennis ball, basketball with trash cans.
No, it was just keep away with a tennis ball.
I think we were playing
Who
basketball.
could hold on to it the longest?
That's maybe true.
For sure.
But the point of that story is that Jacob didn't realize his wrist was broken for like 3 days.
3 weeks.
That's
No.
something a Gryffindor would do.
Exactly. He figured it out when we were still in Colorado.
No, his coach of the football team called me over, Gary
Mr. Lynn. Yeah.
Gary
Lynn.
and said, Gail, I've seen a lot of broken wrists in my time. This wrist is broken.
He probably
I know
has.
my way around a broken wrist.
Yes.
He does.
And Jacob had been practicing football practice
He'd
with
also
a broken
been
wrist.
climbing trees and like doing high ropes courses and zip lines and stuff in Colorado.
He has a high
Yeah.
tolerance for pain,
Yeah.
unlike his brother.
Yeah, his brother, not a Gryffindor.
You're a Ravenclaw?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so.
And Braden's
I haven't got to take my test yet.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna.
I don't know.
oh wow.
He's gonna get on Pottermore.
Cool. Well, thanks for answering the phone, man.
Yeah, of course.
We did not see. This was not planned. This happened spontaneously.
I
so-
literally said, Jacob, come on the pod.
Yeah.
And,
No, you just
yeah.
texted me, Jeremy's calling you, pick up.
And you said why, and I said just do it.
How did you get Mom on?
Mom is here with me.
Because I am a patron.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you are, Jacob, but
He's
I
not.
am.
You deserve it.
And so I get my few minutes of fame on the podcast.
Or in this case, like an hour.
An hour of fame. Yeah. Nice. Well, I am a listener. I'm not a patron, but I support you guys from afar. Keep it up.
Do you know how you would become a patron if you wanted to become one?
Can you explain it to me and the listeners?
The listeners.
Go for it, Braden.
I was hoping you knew.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're going to go to our, you've got a couple different routes. We put it in we have a link in the show notes directly to Patreon and also to our website, which is mugglespodcast.com. So if you go to mugglespodcast.com, that'll have the link to Patreon. That'll have your links to Facebook and Instagram, to the Howler.
Okay.
If you want to call in and leave a message,
Yeah,
Okay.
Jacob, if you're not going to be a patron, could you at least call in and howl?
like once a week.
Just owl?
That's
or
all
say-
I'm asking. Yeah, you don't even have to say words. You can just literally call in and howl.
That happened once. Someone did that. And it was Rachel.
That sounds like it would be worth my time,
Oh.
actually.
I'd like to hear
I think so,
Jacob
too.
write a Harry Potter rap.
Yeah, I would also like to hear Jacob write a Harry Potter rap.
Yep.
I'd like to hear Jake V write a Harry Potter rap.
possibly due to losing a fantasy football bet.
Yeah, that's going to happen next year.
Yeah. I'd like to get Jacob and Jake Z on a special episode.
That'll be patrons only. You got to get behind the paywall for that.
Ooh.
That's fine. That's fine. I want it to happen.
Mom's pointing to herself like, I'm behind the paywall. I know how to use podcasts. I know how to listen to episodes.
No, that's not true.
Well, thanks for calling.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Jacob.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. You know, Braden, I do want to finish up on one of those answers to one of those questions.
Please.
Now that Jacob's done rudely interrupting us.
Yes, because I'm the star. We know I'm the star on this episode.
You are?
And that is that as time progressed and Rogge kept reading the Harry Potter series over and over and over again, his father really did have serious conversations where we'd get alone, one of those where we had to be alone to have it. And we'd talk about how do we get our son to read other things.
Okay, I want to interrupt you right there. I read dozens of other books during my adolescence. Like, I read a ton.
Not after Harry Potter started.
Still, yes, after Harry Potter started. No, I read hundreds of books. I was in the young adult section at the library, checking stuff out at age 12.
We would go on vacation. I'd say, bring a book. We'd say, bring us a book.
That's
You
fine.
always grabbed Harry Potter.
That's
always.
fine.
And we'd say, isn't there something else that you could read?
Not that I can just grab at my fingertips to go on vacation, but over the summer, like during library reading programs, or do you remember, Braden, did you guys ever get Pizza Hut, like personal pan pizza rewards for booking? Yeah, for that. I always did that. One summer, Dad paid us to read classic books that we never would have read.
True.
I read Frankenstein and Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
That's true. You just still read Harry Potter too much.
No, you just weren't watching. We also had SSR, Silent Sustained Reading, in school where I was always reading other books.
Yep.
Braden, don't agree with him.
I'm agreeing that those things happened. Those happened. That was a part of my elementary schooling as well. So.
Oh, okay.
You asked Pat Stahl if I only read Harry Potter books.
But you were obsessed with reading them over and over again.
That's fine. I also read, just of Redwall books alone, I probably read 15 in 5th grade. Mm-hmm. And through like 7th
But then
grade.
I always thought it was so sweet that his friends and everything always knew, and relatives knew what to get him for birthdays and Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
It's even more true today. My in-laws exclusively get me cereal and Harry Potter paraphernalia. And I say thank you.
You would think you would
This is exactly what I want.
grown out of that a little bit.
Why? This year I got, what did I get? I got a Nintendo points card for my Switch. I got beard oil. I got 2 boxes of cereal. And I got a Harry Potter heat sensitive mug.
I think that checks all the boxes.
I see. Okay. Well, my time might be growing short here with you all today.
And I'm bored.
No, when Rogge starts contradicting me, I have to go.
I'm not going to know how to listen back to this. So, like, what's even the point?
Now,
Well, Gail, it was awesome having you on.
oh, thank you, Braden. It was fun. I have been looking forward to it, and I'm so glad that I got to do it and got to be in this wonderful home with these wonderful friends of yours and Rogge's and this wonderful techie stuff that they do for you.
Puppies and the puppies.
And they have dogs. I like that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I hope
Yes.
I see you soon in person, Braden.
Yes, we'll have to make sure that happens. And I was sitting here thinking, listening to you talk about Rogge's upbringing and talk about some traumatic events in Jacob's life. And I think that next time we do a reading, like a live reading of a chapter, Rogge, we should have your mom on and have her read it.
I didn't know
Have
you
her
guys
read it.
do that.
Well, I
Yeah.
think she and I would read it because you don't listen to the podcast.
I would be so good at that.
I think she and I would
would.
read it. We would like do the voice, like I would read the narration, she would do the dialogue, or like we'd read it together.
That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I would love to, Braden. Thank you.
I also like the concept that she would also be surprised by what's happening as she
Yes.
reads it, just like you.
It's, absolutely.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, so it would be really fresh. And I would love to. So don't let him forget that, Braden.
I won't. I'm literally going to type it on our sheet.
I was just explaining to Jess that you never use the sheet except to get the cast links, and so that's why I didn't make one for this week. Okay.
Way to go, Braden. I'm proud of you. Okay, you guys take care.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Hey, girl, hey.
What's up?
Oh my gosh, why do you look so down in the dumps?
I'm just super upset.
What could even be upsetting to you? You're gonna get married.
I know.
You're engaged.
I know, and I'm going to look fabulous, but the problem is...
No problem.
No, I have a huge problem.
A problem?
Like a big prob. I literally can't find anyone to take video. I want video footage of me in this beautiful dress.
You gotta get a videographer.
I can't find one. I can't find any good ones.
Oh my gosh, haven't you heard of Logan R. Hayes?
Logan R. Hayes? Who is that?
He is only the greatest videographer. He does weddings and like short videos, and he like raps sometimes.
He's a rap guy?
Yeah, he can do it all.
Holy cow, if I wanted to like get in touch with Logan R. Hayes and maybe find out more about like what he does and maybe contact him about my wedding, how would I even do that?
OMG, do you remember his name?
Yeah, you just said it. It's Logan R. Hayes.
.com.
No way. So I just
Go
put
to
like
that.
3 W's in front of that and a dot?
Or don't even. It's not 1999 anymore. You don't have to type the www.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
LoganRHayes.com.
I go to LoganRHayes.com. I don't even have to type the W's because it's like 2018.
Correct.
And then let's say that I really like his stuff. Is there any way I could get like a cool discount?
You gotta get a quote. You gotta see how much it's gonna be. Okay. Use code MUGGLE.
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 Cool. And what will that get me?
It gets you a discount on the quote. It's 10% on the quote.
Wow.
So then you can use that 10% to get a 10% more expensive dress.
You always have the best ideas.
I know what it's about, Braden.
Literally can't wait to get Logan R. Hayes to do my wedding videographer.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna do all of my videographer. It's gonna be the best. I love you.
It's gonna be so lit.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, so we're here on chapter 22, Owl Post Again. A little bittersweet, the ending of Prisoner of Azkaban, don't you think, Braden?
Yeah. Yep. It's but I'm looking forward to where the story's going. Mm-hmm. So
it really charged to the end. Like you didn't even notice we were almost at the end of the book because there's been so much action.
Yes. It's I guess I didn't expect to do just one chapter at the end, so yeah, it was a little surprising. So
I'm glad I can catch you off guard somehow.
Yep.
So we're still in the past a little bit. Harry and Hermione have to make it to the hospital wing, but first they have to hide from Fudge and Snape passing them in the hallway. What did you think of the Fudge and Snape conversation? We're on page 416.
So they're just discussing Black's punishment. Mm-hmm. And you said 413?
416 to 17.
416 to 17. Let me get there. Okay. They flattened themselves against the wall and listened. It sounded like Fudge and Snape. They were walking quickly along the corridor at the foot of the staircase. Only hope Dumbledore's not going to make difficulties, Snape was saying. The kiss will be performed immediately.
Snape is so excited for Sirius Black to get kissed by Dementor.
Yeah, he's really fired up to watch a man's soul be sucked from his body. Mm-hmm. It's the kind of guy Snape is. So it says, as soon as McNair returns with the Dementors, this whole Black affair has been highly embarrassing. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to informing the Daily Prophet that we've got him at last. That is like Fudge's main concern. How do I look in the media? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, that's just like you said, that's the kind of guy Snape is. It's the kind of guy Fudge is. How is this going to affect my job status?
That's all appearance stuff.
Yeah. There's no empathy.
Yeah. He says, I dare say they'll want to interview you, Snape, and once young Harry's back in the right mind, I expect he'll want to tell the Prophet exactly how you saved them.
Lol.
Ugh. Harry clenched his teeth and caught a glimpse of Snape's smirk as he and Fudge passed Harry and Hermione's hiding place. Yikes.
Yikes. They're just, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So they are still, like, the Harry and Hermione that are hiding are future Harry and Hermione.
They're past Harry and Hermione.
They're past.
So right now there's a Harry and
right.
Hermione
Because
in
they
there.
time traveled to the past
Mm-hmm.
to break out Buckbeak.
But
Now they're trying to get back to the room where they time traveled from.
Yeah, so they can kind of close the loop.
Okay.
So they're just in the
the
very slight past right now.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of tense because they have to get back. They've only got like 3 minutes left or something. And I forget like what the trigger point is of like if they don't, is it they have to get back before Dumbledore leaves?
So I had this down in my notes, which is, so Dumbledore has to, he wants to be able to lock them back into the hospital wing.
Okay.
And so my notes is just the question, how does time travel work? Like, why is this a huge deal?
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. I don't understand what the... Yeah, I guess I was calling it trigger. I don't know what is the point of like, crap, we didn't do that. Now we're stuck in the past or whatever.
So I think they would have become just regular future, but they would have been outside. And so the idea is he wants to lock them in so that he can say they've been locked in this room and they weren't outside of it. And so that gives them an ironclad excuse as to how it wasn't them that messed with helping Sirius escape because they've been physically locked in the room.
Okay.
That's my
That's fair.
interpretation.
That makes sense. I'll go with that.
And they need an ironclad escape because here on page 419, Severus Snape loses his mind.
Yeah. That's the best way to describe it. He's literally outside of his mind. Figures out like immediately that when they can't find, because they've already like discovered that Black's not there anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so immediately he's like, yep, it's Harry.
And so this is, it brings to mind what you said about Fudge being so concerned about his appearance. Fudge is like taken aback by how crazy Snape's acting because Fudge would never want to act that crazy. He would never look that crazy. So now he's looking at Snape like, dude, like you can't just
See here,
do
Snape,
this.
be reasonable.
See here, Snape. He's like
The door's been locked, see?
he's like a radio announcer / gangster from Chicago from the 20s.
Yeah.
And why is he so convinced that it's Harry?
I think he just assumes anything that doesn't go his way is because of Harry. Right? I mean, I feel like that's the point they're at in their relationship.
But
They know too much about each other. So it's like if something isn't going the way I had planned for it to go or expected it to go, Harry's involved.
I feel like the only thing that doesn't jive with for me is how he is always saying that Harry isn't actually good at magic. He's always like saying that Harry's a mediocre wizard. He's just riding on the coattails of his fame.
Yeah.
And so if he's really as bad as you think, then how can he be as impactful and harmful as all this?
Well, I think that he also recognizes that there are a lot of really great wizards and witches that are willing to help Harry.
So when he's yelling, "This was Potter," he's like, "This was Potter in conjunction with McGonagall or Dumbledore."
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Because he doesn't have the gumption to go out and say that directly for fear of, I don't know, losing his job, I guess.
I don't know.
But you can tell that that's what he's implying, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fair. He just can't prove that it's Dumbledore at this point.
Right.
So Snape screaming, everyone's like, Snape, chill. Yeah. And then that's happening. On page 420, Dumbledore, when Snape leaves, he's like looking at Fudge and he looks at Dumbledore and then he leaves the room. And it says Dumbledore, whose eyes were twinkling behind his glasses. I didn't know if you thought that had any meaning.
I just sort of assumed that he was like sort of laughing on the inside or proud of Harry and Hermione on the inside for getting the best of Snape. Because I think that Dumbledore's sort of amused by how Harry, Ron, and Hermione can get the best of Snape.
Dumbledore's basically like, yeah, Snape is annoying. Let's get him.
Yeah.
I like that. They eat chocolate like 4 times to this point already. They're just constantly pounding chocolate.
Dietary concern really isn't a thing in Hogwarts. It's kind of just like you're living in a magical place. Eat whatever the heck you want.
Even your only sport isn't exactly strenuous cardio.
No. You would think that students would be much fatter, like in the movies. Is that a thing that happens by the end of the movie series? Like Harry is like really ballooned up.
Oh yeah, he's a chunkster.
Yeah.
And maybe there's
I would imagine Ron is just is big by the end of the
Maybe there's a
series.
fat be gone spell.
That could be it. Yeah.
That'd be nice. So Ron's a little confused.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot that goes on here in the next couple of pages. Oh, Fudge does say that the Dementors are leaving. So that's good.
Yeah, Dumbledore's pretty adamant about that. Which is good. I think if they tried to suck the soul out of a small child, probably not the safest thing to have around the castle.
Yeah, I mean, this just doesn't seem like that big of a departure. Like earlier, they broke onto the grounds to try to suck the soul out of an entire stadium full of Quidditch spectators. And at that point, we were like, well, got to keep him there.
Yeah, I don't get the... Like, all magic aside, it just doesn't seem like those in charge of Hogwarts are as concerned as they should be about the safety of their students. Am I way out of line? Unfair?
I mean, when Sirius breaks in, they talk about it a lot, and they search for him, and
they talk about it once something goes wrong. Then it's like, well, yeah, nobody can leave the hallway.
But it's more like preventative that you're worried about.
That and just like where they choose to be concerned about it. It's not consistent.
Right.
It's like, well, yeah, Harry almost got killed on the Quidditch pitch because we don't really care if people do spells during the game. But, it's fine. And, well, the Dementors have been known to kind of go wild and try to suck the souls out of a random student. But they're overall, like, a help.
Yeah, the pros outweigh the cons on that one, really?
Yeah. It's like I don't really understand the decision making in terms of safety.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said, it's PR. You want to show that you're trying to do something. You throw some Dementors out there.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you're really working hard and you really care about the students.
I guess. I'm not really sold on Fudge.
Why not?
He just seems suspicious to me.
I mean, it goes back to the same thing. He's more concerned. He's not concerned with leading well and doing right by his constituents.
No.
It's just about how to retain power.
I think so.
Doesn't that sound familiar? No? Okay. That's
Who
fine.
are you referring to?
I don't know, just like
Voldemort?
the political scene,
Yeah.
like real life politics. I don't.
Yeah.
All right.
That's real.
It's fine. So the next big thing that happens is they see Hagrid, and Hagrid is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Endearingly excited that Buckbeak escaped. Because that's like the fifth thing back that happened in our minds. Like, oh yeah, and Buckbeak, they freed Buckbeak.
Yeah.
But Hagrid's pumped.
I'm happy for him. The guy needed a win, you know?
So is he, let's see, what did he, is Hagrid stayed up all night celebrating?
Celebrating.
What does that entail?
Probably just a quiet night at home with some board games, a couple friends. Maybe him and Fang cuddling by the fire.
Oh, that's nice.
Nothing too wild.
Who would Hagrid have over to play board games with?
Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
Filch. Bring some centaurs out.
Yeah. I'm being sarcastic. I think there was a mass consumption of alcohol.
But like alone, he's just toasting to no one else. Like he's toasting to Buckbeak's escape, but he's alone in his house doing it.
I don't know. I think he's probably got friends that we haven't met yet.
That's true. Maybe he went down to the bar.
Yeah.
The Hog's Head.
The Leaky Cauldron.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he went to London, yeah. So Hagrid does reveal to us after telling about this that Professor Lupin is not coming back to Hogwarts. Sad emoji.
Yeah, that's a real bummer.
Does this strike you as a surprise?
Yeah, but once you learn why he's leaving, no.
Okay. That was what I was going to ask, was if you thought it was valid that he feels like he has to leave.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, so Snape like, air quotes, accidentally leaks that he's a werewolf, that Lupin's a werewolf, and so it's kind of like so Lupin immediately resigns because he's like, parents aren't going to be cool with one of their teachers also being a werewolf, and he's not wrong. And I feel like it's one of those things like you see in sports where like as soon as an allegation comes out, like sometimes a coach will just resign because it's like, well, even if I'm innocent, this doesn't look good, and I'll just do it on my own terms.
Just kind of getting out in front of the story.
Yeah.
He even says, I see their point. I could have bitten any of you. It must never happen again.
Yeah, I think he's doing the honest, humble thing and stepping down.
Wow. Which
sucks because I think he's. I mean, you compare it like his worth there to like Trelawney, and it's like, okay, I think we could figure out a way to work around the werewolf thing, but especially when we go back to what we were talking about, like their decision making on safety, like doesn't seem like a werewolf thing is something that they couldn't work around.
I mean, they did all year. He was fine up until the very last day of the semester, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
It took some very extraordinary circumstances for him to not take his potion that night.
Yeah.
So he gives Harry the map back.
Yeah, I was excited about that.
Which, like, why not? He even says, what does he say? I don't feel, since I'm no longer your teacher, I don't feel any guilt. I don't feel guilty about giving you this back. Which, like, why would he ever have felt guilty? Is the map dangerous? Should Harry not have it?
There's probably some dangerous elements to it, for sure. And it doesn't seem like the responsible adult thing to do, to give a student secret passageway maps.
Yeah, I guess. But Harry Potter, like, Harry has his life threatened every year. Like, you need to give him a little bit of a leg up.
Yes, but if you're a new professor, you probably don't want that kind of secret. Like, if that comes back and then he loses it, which he almost certainly will, and it gets in the wrong hands of, like, Snape or somebody, and then it's like, how the heck did you get this? I mean, that's not going to look good.
So it's like sticking his neck out there for Harry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Still a stand-up thing to do, I think.
Definitely.
We get like 3 pages of Harry Dumbledore convo. Anything stick out to you from that?
The whole the fact that Dumbledore says it was important that Harry did not kill Pettigrew.
Yeah, didn't let them kill him. Mm-hmm. Saved his life, basically. Says
like, trust me, the time may come that you'll be glad that you spared Pettigrew's life. That was kind of like a. Can you elaborate, Dumbledore? What do you mean by that?
This was going to be one of my do we cares. For the end of
I care about that.
We care about this life debt situation.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on? I mean, that seems like there's some hidden meaning there. It's an interesting sentence to just kind of toss in. And I feel like Dumbledore doesn't just throw stuff around like that.
Right. He says this is magic at its deepest, its most impenetrable, Harry. So he's almost not talking about magic like spells. He's talking about like karma.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it feels like.
We'll kind of have to stick that in our back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens with that. What they addressed Professor Trelawney's little prediction from earlier. Did you just conveniently forget that happened?
Yes, I did. And don't they say that she's 2 for 2?
Yeah, he said that brings up a total of real predictions up to 2.
What was the other one?
What was the other one?
I don't remember. or were we even told?
Were we even told?
I sort of just ignore her. Maybe I shouldn't.
That's fair.
I kind of did that with Scabbers, and that turned out to be important.
Yeah, but I led you astray.
It's weird how you do that.
Is it weird?
Yeah, unexpected.
I do like a line Dumbledore has on 427. You think the dead we loved ever truly leave us? That's like one of the bigger, sort of more famous Harry Potter lines. Because they're talking about, they're talking about Harry's connection to his dad, and now Harry's like, it was dumb. I should have known it wasn't my dad across the lake. And Dumbledore's like, dude, cut yourself some slack.
So when you say that's one of the more famous Harry Potter lines, like how does?
If you were to Google like Harry Potter fan art or something, it's people who have like a picture of Harry in front of a mountain background and have like a quote written on it. That's like one of the kinds of things that'll pop up. I mean, there's a few of them. It's a big series and there's several of them that come up, but that's definitely one of the takeaways from this book.
I gotcha.
So that's kind of how I mean that.
Yeah.
All right, coming into the home stretch here.
Yep. So Lupin's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's still kind of up in arms about Sirius Black escaping.
Fair.
I was pretty worried at this point, because I was excited that Harry wasn't going to have to go back to the Dursleys. That doesn't seem like that's going to happen anymore.
Mm-mm.
Hermione drops Muggle studies.
And she already dropped divination, so she's got like a regular class load now.
Yeah, so she's a normal student, which is good. I think it was too much. I felt like we didn't get a lot of Hermione this book because she was so stressed out and just like unavailable.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's part of me that is like it's Hermione. She can handle one extra class.
Sure.
But there's no need to.
As the reader, I want her to have a normal schedule so she can be a part of all the adventures.
Yeah.
So
that Harry can survive for a couple more books.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. So she is a normal student again. She gives back the time turner.
Boo.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. And then they're heading home.
So Ron does invite Harry to come stay.
Yes. So that'll be a bright spot in the summer, hopefully. And then we get the whole letter from Sirius.
Yeah, what'd you think about that?
I thought it was cool. He sent a really tiny owl. So I think that'll be a neat scene in the movie. And it's a neat letter, very godfatherly letter, just kind of letting Harry know he's safe and he's in hiding, but they will be staying in touch. Lets him know that he indeed was the one who sent him the firebolt, and that Ron gets to keep the little owl, considering what happened to Scabbers.
And I never really think of it that way. Like, it's not Sirius's fault that Ron doesn't have a rat.
Right. It's that Ron's rat was literally and figuratively a rat.
Yeah, it's Pettigrew's fault.
Yeah. And I'm happy about this because I hate rats.
More owls, less rats.
More owls, less rats. Especially tiny owls. I would assume he's super cute.
Oh, just a little baby owl.
Hoot,
Yeah.
hoot, hoot, hoot.
Hooty hoot. I'm Ron's owl.
He's also an old man, a small old man. So yeah, you mentioned it was the firebolt. Some vindication for Hermione on that.
Yep. And the most important thing to come from the letter is, well, arguably the most important thing. Sirius writes a statement, or like signs off on a permission slip for Harry to be able to go to Hogsmeade.
That'll be good, because you care about Hogsmeade.
Yes, I think I do now.
Oh, okay. You're back in.
Didn't really see what the big deal was in the past, but maybe we'll learn now.
Because Harry can like legitimately go now so he can have some real adventures.
Yeah.
Not be as concerned with not being seen and stuff.
Yeah, I would have to think that part of the next book will be a lot of description of Hogsmeade that we didn't get. Because we kind of had to stay back at Hogwarts with Harry.
Yeah, we got a lot of secret passage description.
Yeah. Yep.
That'll be good. There at the very end, Harry does do some. He gets a fun leverage play with the Dursleys.
Yeah,
Like,
I like
I've,
this.
I've got a murderous godfather, so
Yeah. My godfather's at large. He's killed some people. He escaped. And he stays in touch with me. Wants to make sure I'm happy. And it says, and grinning broadly at the look of horror on Uncle Vernon's face, Harry set off towards the station exit. I have to imagine he's got a little spring in his step.
he's not going to take no crap this summer.
Yeah, he doesn't have to. He's kind of in control of his own summer now, I guess. Which I imagine he'll still have to put up with some crap. Because the Dursleys are crap.
Like, what's an ideal Harry summer with the Dursleys? Does he get a girlfriend? Does he take tap dancing lessons? You go to the beach?
I think he's allowed to just kind of come and go as he pleases and not be questioned.
Wow, that's big for him.
That's my idea anyway of the ideal Dursley summer. Like, hey, I'm taking off. I'm going to go spend a week or two with Ron. I don't need any kind of response from you guys. Just thought I'd let you know that I won't be here. So, by the way, I'll go ahead and have breakfast. I'll have 2 helpings, actually. And then I'll pack my bags and be on my way. Probably a week or 2. I don't know. I'll be back when I'm back.
Keep my room vacuumed.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And Dudley, you suck.
Because what are they going to do?
Exactly. And Harry already kind of showed that, like, he's a wild card when he left at the start of this book. Like, I'll blow up your friggin' aunt.
Try me.
Yeah.
So that pretty much brings us to a close with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Can I get an applause drop in?
Yay.
Woohoo!
Get off me! So we've got a couple sort of recap things I want to do. Just we're zooming way out, big picture. Where does this fall in your favorite Harry Potter books, Braden?
Out of the 3 that I have read and know anything about, this is number 1.
Why is that?
Because I feel like I was actually just talking to Bo about this, at church. We're starting to move towards the more like written for young adults versions of the series or books of the series. So it's a little bit more exciting, a little darker at times, a little more mysterious at times. Kind of like I feel like we've introduced Hogwarts and what goes on at Hogwarts, and we know about Hogwarts, so it's like we don't have to revisit that all the time. We can kind of go into more of the weird, mysterious stuff that is Harry's past and how it relates to his parents and how it relates to Voldemort.
So we've got a little more respect for the reader and can.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining. Yeah, and I realize that J.K. Rowling had to do that. I'm not like saying that it wasn't well written in the first two books. I'm kind of glad we're past that.
Yeah, that'll be really good. I mean, this is definitely generally considered to be one of the better ones compared to 1 and 2 for sure. So
yeah, and I've been told that the movies get a lot better from here.
Oh yeah.
Which, naturally, but yeah.
We start switching directors around. There's more meat in the books, so they can kind of pick what direction they want to go in with the movies a little more and how they want to, what plots to emphasize and stuff like that. They're less slavishly like scene by scene devoted to the books. The first two are the most like shot for shot remakes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So do you have qualms with things that were left out in the next however many movies?
I mean, we'll save it for the pod.
Yeah, I'm sure those come out.
Yeah, like I have thoughts about the movies, the quality of the movie series. But yeah, I mean, we'll get to that for sure. I don't want to spoil you at all. The guy that directs this next one is Alfonso Cuarón, who's he's won Best Director.
Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Oscars. He directed Gravity, the Sandra Bullock movie.
Yeah. I think that's why I know that name.
He did Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes. Someone believe it or not, I've seen that.
Nice. Yeah. So he's at least like an acclaimed, bigger name guy.
Okay.
So that's kind of exciting. It's definitely more artsy. What are your next question? What are your biggest question marks going forward? Like what loose ends do we have right now that you are excited to see get more fleshed out? Like you kind of hinted at it just a little bit ago. Harry's past, his parents, what the history is. What else do you have stuck in your craw a little bit still?
What's on the front of my mind, I guess, is like, how do we stay in touch with Sirius Black? How important is that?
Because right now we're in on Sirius Black. Or are we out?
I'm in. I don't know. I was really excited that Harry had like an actual quote unquote familial relation, some sort of connection back to his dad. I feel like we could learn a lot about James through Sirius Black.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm hoping that there's more, like it's not just a random letter every now and then. That's probably what it will be. But like, I was really hoping Harry would get to go live with him.
Like just the whole next book is like Harry and Sirius's summer running around, like playing pranks on muggles and riding broomsticks and just eating like picnics 1,000 feet in the air, just up on their broomsticks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Making a raft out of owls.
Exactly.
That
has to happen at some point. A raft of owls. An owl raft.
An owl raft. Last big recap question. Who's going to be the next Defense Against the Dark Arts professor? Like either a name or like a typecast.
So this isn't me spoiling anything. I didn't look anything up, okay? But I know that at some point in this series, there's a character that is like either a sister or a cousin of... Okay, I shouldn't say I know this, but I think there's a character that's a sister or a cousin of Voldemort.
Okay.
something like that. So maybe
Sure.
it's her. Maybe she's the next dark arts professor.
Oh, she kind of slips in there, hoodwinks Dumbledore.
Yeah, I mean, that's not likely, but maybe she's got like a disguise of some kind. I don't know. That's my best guess. It's not like
Interesting.
likely, but
I mean, the last
Why
one
not?
was a werewolf, so everything's on the
Yeah.
table.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That'll be good. A couple do we cares here, and then we'll wrap up. Do we care about Snape losing his mind? Do we think that this changed anything going forward?
I would think that he's embarrassed, and I think it would also, like, if you're Dumbledore or Fudge, maybe more so Dumbledore, you'd probably be a little concerned. Like, if I'm Dumbledore walking back to my office after all that, it's kind of like, wow, he really lost his mind. And he's in charge of students. And he clearly has a very real hatred for these particular three.
Like, there's no
Mainly
denying
Harry.
that.
Yeah, so, like, as the leader of a student body like Dumbledore, you would think there's, like, some questions being raised. Like, that's a side of Snape I'm not used to.
It should at least be on his radar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We already covered the Pettigrew life debt.
Mm-hmm.
We covered.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest question moving forward. Maybe slightly above, how do we keep in contact with Black?
Well, because what are we expecting for Peter Pettigrew here, like, say, in the next book?
I don't know. I was thinking about that after reading yesterday, and I don't know. I don't think he just goes away. Because, I mean, what did we do with him? Didn't he ran away? Did he escape?
Yeah, he escaped. He was chained up to Lupin and Ron, but then Lupin
So-
became a werewolf, and that kind of
Right.
monkeyed with that.
Took precedence. So I guess first thing that comes to mind is Voldemort, if he wasn't already in contact with him, is now.
So he goes and
It's
kind
kinda
of
like-
rejoins his old master.
Yeah, like, well, because, like, who else does he have at this point?
Yeah.
And I'm
Some
sure
rat
Voldemort
buddies.
is looking for teammates. So
I guess he could go hang out with the Malfoys. They're evil, right?
that's true.
Okay. Ron's new owl. We touched on that a little tiny bit. Do we care?
Mm-hmm. I care. Yeah, I'm glad that he doesn't have a rat anymore. And I don't know. Ron always has, like, interesting equipment. Like, he had the whole wand issue
Yeah.
in the
true.
first couple books, and now he has, like,
He had a rat that was an evil person.
he had an evil rat that was, like, half dead. And now he's got, like, an undersized owl. I don't know. He's kind of always the underdog. So I think it fits right in with Ron's mantra.
We had his fun little moment where he held it out to Crookshanks to sniff and be like, is this a real person?
Yeah. Yeah.
He is definitely an underdog.
Did we touch on also how Ron says the word telephone?
Oh, he says Fellitone?
Fellitone.
Yeah.
I really liked that. I want to start referring to phones as that.
Talk me through Ron using a telephone. Like, how's this going to go?
He yells.
It's just, everything's normal, but he's screaming into the receiver.
Yeah, he thinks he has to be way louder than he actually needs to be.
Why? Why does he think that?
Didn't he do that when he called Harry this past summer?
Yeah, that's true. I forgot that already happened. I was hoping we were going to
Yeah.
predict about that. You're right. It happens before 3,
Yeah.
not before 4. That'll be good. Last thing, there was a brief mention. We haven't even touched on it ourselves. The Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah, is that in London, or where does that get held?
It is this year. It is in England, but it's just like the real World Cup. It rotates.
Okay, cool. So they're gonna go to that, I guess.
Ron invited Harry to come over and said, "Dad can usually get tickets from work."
Perfect. That'll be cool.
So you're excited for that?
Yeah, so that's going to be the same way like World Cup is in my head, like countries competing, right? Not like Ron's favorite team or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like in soccer how you've got your, what's it called? Like the Champions League, and well, like there's the Premier League, and then there's the Champions League, and those are like club teams. But then the World Cup is international sides.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What I'm just wondering why Harry isn't on that. Like, who's better than Harry? I guess Harry has a lot of baggage from it's easy to get under his skin while he's in the air. You just shoot a couple curses at him.
Yeah, that's true. I would hope is the Quidditch, is the World Cup of Quidditch better regulated?
Well, we're just gonna have to find out, aren't we?
That's a dead horse I keep beating, but it's annoying.
No, it's fair. I think everyone gets, it's not an unwarranted concern at this point. It happens a lot, it seems like.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I'm just saying, if a Dementor sneaks out onto the pitch during the World Cup, I'm going to freak out.
Do it, dude. We'll have an emergency pod. Like, as soon as you listen to it, you're like, I have some thoughts. Yeah, you call into the Howler. Just leave your own voicemail. Do you know what the next book is called?
I think is it the Goblet of Fire?
It is Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
So do you have any predictions about that?
Thank you.
That'll be perfect for Trivia Tuesdays.
Yeah, the Goblet of Fire. I think there will be a goblet that will be full of fire.
Why? Why is there a goblet? Why is it full of fire?
Man, I don't even have like a direction to aim at with a prediction. That is just, everything about that is so random. I have no idea.
Harry Potter and the Spoonful of Imagination.
Exactly.
So you're open to anything as far as what the Goblet of Fire is and why the Goblet of Fire is.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's something miles beneath the school, and Harry will have to obtain it, and if he does not, somehow Voldemort will be in control or have more power than he did previously. Mm-hmm. I assume it's a very mysterious thing that has a lot of history, that if it gets in the wrong hands could be very dangerous.
So it's just it's a MacGuffin. It's a Sorcerer's Stone. It's
yes. Yep. It is the new Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know.
Well, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that. Anything else before we go?
Just want to thank your mom again. That was a fun conversation. We got Jacob on there. That was cool.
Did not see it going that direction. It was fun. I thought it was good.
Yeah. Hopefully the listeners enjoyed that.
We've got Daphne on the mic. She decided to sit in where my mom was sitting. She's ready to sign us off.
Daphne, your thoughts? I agree.
No, that was me. I'm trying to get her to talk to me.
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Okay.
So thank you for listening to another episode, another book, complete from a Muggle's perspective. Keep an eye out for the Muggies.
The Muggies.
We'll have the third annual Muggies coming up.
Sweet.
That'll be good. We already did a little bit of how you can get in touch with us.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. I think we are about to record a Patrons Only episode, actually. So, get excited for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys should tell your friends to subscribe, rate, and if you haven't, do that. Mm-hmm. Subscribe, rate, and review the show on iTunes. It helps us achieve our goal of climbing the charts of Harry Potter podcasts.
Sure
Rogge
does.
already mentioned you should like us on Facebook if you haven't already. Please, I beg of you, call the Howler.
Ooh, what's that number?
We have
Hit
a
me
phone
with them
line.
digits.
Yeah, we have a phone line. You gotta
A
hit that
tone.
You gotta call the Felly Tone. 978-768-8370. That's 978-768-8370. If you call that, one of us will not answer. Well, Rogge will in recorded form, and then you can basically just leave a voicemail, literally talking about anything you want to. As long as it's PG, it will be played aloud on the podcast.
Unless it's Paul George, we're still bitter about him.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Paul, if you try to call, I will delete it immediately. That's not true. I'd listen to it. That'd be crazy. But
It would be crazy.
I wouldn't like it because I don't like him. So, yeah, you should call that. As I mentioned to Jacob earlier in the episode, you can literally howl if that's what you want to do. You can talk about things that are not related to Harry Potter in the slightest. You can talk about only things Harry Potter. Just call it. Again, that's 978-768-8370. You should also visit our website, as we mentioned previously. That is mugglespodcast.com. That's got all the social media links that Rogge mentioned. It's got email info. It's got Patreon info. So everything you need is right there.
Yay.
Thanks, Jeremy and Jessica.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.